Listen to the artists of today. Travel with them along their way through the Doris Hall James Indie Show. The Doris Hall James Indie Show.
It's strange to be here on a Sunday, but because I was sick on Thursday, we had to postpone it to Sunday. So how's everybody out there? How are we doing, Facebook?
Looking good.
We doing good?
Looking good out there.
Go ahead. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? But I couldn't get it right. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
I can do it now? Okay. Well, let's do this right. Let's just forget this. Okay.
What's up, everybody? I see you guys.
My guest today is the very talented Chris Nelson.
How you doing? Yes.
And I kind of been knowing Chris ever since he was a little boy, you know? And it's really
Teenager,
good to
actually.
see him. Yeah, it's really good to see him still with his music career and doing great things with his music. Chris was, I play at a church on Sunday, and I think that's how I kind of connect with you again.
Yes.
And I saw you, and they introduced Chris Nelson. I said, boy, this is my girlfriend's cousin, nephew. Okay, my girlfriend was named Phyllis Nelson, and she played and sang with some of the best entertainers that you know out there.
Yes.
And she was a songwriter, and she was a good singer.
A musician
So
too.
yeah, musician. I want to say hi and give a shout out to Phyllis Nelson, who's no longer with us, but her music still goes on.
It does.
Okay. Now, Chris,
Yes.
tell me a little bit about your musical journey. Tell me how, when, where, how did all this begin?
It started in the household in Morton, Pennsylvania. My cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my grandmother, my grandfather, my sister. Everybody was at the house, you know, was playing Motown music to, you know, Philly music to all kind of stuff. So it started in the house, so singing and just singing and having a good time with family and friends.
Okay.
And then it went out in the streets, you know, just watching people in the hip hop world, you know, dancing and stuff like that. So it just watching them, you know, in the golden age of hip hop. And then from there, as in household and church, household streets, went to the church. And
Okay.
you know, when I saw like friends of mine that went to church together, we all went to church together. It was always fun to go to church and, you know, just to sing in the choir. So
Right.
I got a chance to be in the choir around 4, going on the age of 5, and my sister was in the same choir.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Okay, and that's how it all started. What
That's how it all
age were
started.
you? How old
I
were
was
you?
4. I was 4 going on the age of 5,
Mhm.
and started singing in the choir. And around 7 years old, I started playing piano around 7. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. And so since that time, you've done so many good things.
Yes,
and
I
you
have.
met so many good people, because I talked with my friend Alfie, and he was saying, "Oh, you're gonna have them on the show." And I said, "Yes, I am." And Alfie was really excited about that. Did you talk to Alfie?
I actually saw him, I think, a couple of days ago. He was going somewhere. I was coming from a meeting somewhere. He was going somewhere, and we passed by, you know,
Okay.
on the bus. Yeah.
All right. Now, I know that you're a songwriter.
Yes, I am.
Okay. And do you write by yourself? You write with a partner? How do you do that?
By myself a lot, and also with different people. I've written with different artists, musicians, songwriters. So it's just however the mood goes, I just go with the flow.
You just
know,
go with the
just go
flow.
with the flow.
Good. And you play keyboards?
I play keyboards. I also sing, write songs, produce, I teach, direct.
Well, I remember, was it January? My cousin gave an affair.
Okay.
She gave
Yeah,
an affair,
yeah,
Lovey, my cousin Lovey.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so surprised to see you there on the keyboards. I said, oh, that's Chris on the keyboards.
Yeah.
You did a wonderful job.
She's like my mother. You know,
Isn't that
my
something?
mother from another planet.
Oh, that's
Yeah, her
great.
son is we're like good friends. So Yeah.
And you are a vocal coach?
I am. Yes, I am.
Okay.
And piano teacher.
And a piano keyboard teacher?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have the teaching facility in your home, or do you go out to teach? How do you work that?
I go out to teach. Whoever has a piano at the house, or I go to like Temple University and teach lessons there when I get a chance to teach.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And do you, when you go out there, how do you get your gigs? Tell me about that. How do you get those gigs? Because you're always gigging. How do you
Always
do that?
gigging.
Yeah.
Just word of mouth, and you know, people heard me play and sing, so they asked me to play for them, or you know, to sing somewhere. So that's how I get the gigs. Of course, on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere else, you know, I get the chance to, you know, spend my time, and by the grace of the Most High, I get the chance to work. So yeah.
Well, I love the way you promote yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, because I see you on Instagram a lot. Such handsome pictures.
Oh, thank you.
You know, on Instagram.
I try to be, you know.
And we're wearing what our time entertainment. Yeah.
Yes, my
This
t-shirt.
This is Chris's company.
Yes.
And I'm proud to be able to wear your T-shirt.
Oh, thank you. You got
it. You know, what is this company about? Tell me about it.
The company is about, you know, helping people, making sure that everybody gets their just due. Right now, I'm the only artist, and there's another artist on the label right now I'm working with. But it's just only two of us right now. So, but eventually I'm opening up to different artists, and like I said, it's a company for the people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Making sure everybody gets their just due.
That's
we
good.
teach, you know, as we go along, teach, you know, help you develop your gifts and talents, and then just put you out there.
Well, that's excellent, because there are a lot of younger people that want to get into music.
Yeah.
And they need that helping hand, like somebody to pull them up.
Yep, I would teach them.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good. So who are you working with now? Or do you have anyone under your umbrella? You said it's one person.
Yes. He's one of my cousins in the family. We're working together right now, and we just I'm actually working on I'm working on my first single coming up, my first new single coming up. So, and hopefully it'll be out by January, February.
Okay.
I'm also working on my album, my first long LP album.
Yeah.
It's been a long time, you know, trying to get this together.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not easy trying to put together an album that you want to put out. So, hopefully it'll be out by next year. In December of 2019.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about some of the places you perform and some of the people that you perform with. Let's go into that.
I performed in California a couple of times with Yellow Songbird and Transportation Band. I sing and play keys for her, double keys sometimes, or back up. Two keyboards or one keyboard. I sing back up for her and the drummer. And I also played in New York. I played in Mississippi by myself. I played in D.C. with Yellow Songbird. Everywhere. Of course, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware. Yeah.
Okay. And when you played, then you performed basically by yourself.
If it's Yellow Songbird Reputation Band, I perform with her. You know, like in California, I performed at the Whiskey A Go Go twice there in California. In New York with her, I performed at the Bitter End in New York. By myself in New York, I performed at the Apollo Theater. You know, amateur night.
How'd you like that?
It was cool.
Was it fun?
It was fun.
Tell us about the Apollo Theater.
It was amateur night, regular amateur night, and I got the chance. I was the only person on stage.
Was Steve Harvey there?
No.
Yeah, it was before Steve Harvey, right?
No, it wasn't live. It was actually their regular amateur night.
Oh, okay.
So I performed. You know, Talent, the comedian Talent. He was there, and he hosted the show. So I was the only person that played and sang on the whole entire stage. I got some boos here and there, but I got some cheers. So I placed. I didn't win the competition, but I placed, and so rest is history.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I see here. Now your music career took you from the age of 5 on up. Okay, and it took you. Then you started playing the keyboard, singing, teaching, and all that.
Yes.
So now we're not there yet because your musical journey is continuing.
Continuing.
It's continuing, right?
Continuing, yes.
And bigger and better things are getting ready to happen.
Yes.
So as it continues, what goals do you have for yourself?
To grow my business as an artist and as a business now.
Right.
To the next 5 years or however the Most High allowed me to go, I can sign other artists and we make music together, make money together, and grow the business together the right way, and just teach along the way.
That's so
help people
important,
to
isn't
know
it,
to know
Chris?
the business, to know how things are, and to just give them a guideline how things should go, and just create a balance within the music business because there's so much turmoil, just like how it is in the world. So just create a balance to make sure that people's cool. So
Well, I want to thank you for being one of the entertainers that keeps our music alive.
yes,
You know, because so many times they go to the digital stuff now
Yeah.
and all that, but we have to keep our music going.
absolutely.
And thank you for that.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
Okay, so now when we talk about your entertainment, our
Time
time
entertainment.
entertainment, when we
Yeah.
talk about that, eventually you're going to get artists.
Yes, eventually.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Yep.
To get
eventually.
artists is teach them, show them. I even read something where you're teaching them about
Performing. I teach them how to. I teach people how to copyright the songs, materials,
copyright this
how to
song,
publish the
publishing.
materials, everything.
Yeah, let's talk about all that,
Yeah.
the dynamics of what you teach.
Mhm.
So publishing,
Publishing,
copywriting,
rights.
songwriting.
Songwriting.
You can teach them how to songwrite.
Yes.
Okay. What else do you teach them?
I teach them how to sing,
How to sing.
how to play
Play
piano, the
keyboards.
theory, how to
there.
perform as a group.
Okay.
I get, like I said, I teach choirs, I teach
Yeah, I
bands.
see that you
I
teach
did everything.
choirs and bands, and
Yeah.
you direct the church choir.
I direct bands, church choirs, ensembles. I was part of plays called one play I was part of last year. It was called Africa's Promise. A wonderful play, and I was the music director for that play. Just been playing and teaching what I know, and helping people out and make sure people sound on pitch, and just. Cause I come from a old school of teaching, from Miss Robin Francis to Miss Diane to just different people, of course, in my family like Mark and
Yeah, Mark.
Phyllis. And,
Can we talk about Mark a second? And
Okay.
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I want to know, what is he doing now? What has he done? Let's go.
Well, I don't talk too much about it, but I'm proud of him. So he started Boys and Men. Him and Nathan Morris, they were the founders of Boys and Men.
Okay.
Aunt Phyllis was help spearhead, to help.
Phyllis was Mark's mother.
Mark's mother, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's which is my aunt.
Yeah.
So, so Mark went on to do his own thing after Boys and Men. For what I remember, he went on to do his own thing, but he's now back with Boys and Men, not actually in the group yet, I guess, but he's actually performing with them in Vegas, and at this point he's writing producer for other people like Babyface, Drew Hill, all kind of groups.
Oh boy, wouldn't she be proud of that?
Yeah. So he's doing his thing.
Music was her love.
He's
And
doing his thing.
I was telling you that with Phyllis, you could put her on one side, Brandy on the other.
Yeah.
You can already tell who's singing what.
Mhm.
Because Brandy and Phyllis had such a vibe.
Yeah.
That you couldn't tell who was singing.
Mhm.
And they did an album together, and it was just great working with both of them.
Yeah.
It was really great.
Yeah, when Boys and Men, before they came out as Boys and Men, I actually went to both of their concerts at the high school at Capitol and watching something I actually didn't know what was happening. I was a little boy when they came out. I was like 8, 9 years old, and so they graduated in 1989, and I was like probably like 8 years old. So
Okay.
didn't know what I was seeing,
Mhm.
because they was my, they was family.
Right,
Mark
right.
was just my cousin.
Mhm.
I didn't know who she was as far as out there in the world. Aunt Phyllis was just Aunt Phyllis to me. She was always family, so
Yeah.
you don't know as a little boy, you don't know who they know.
Yeah.
She's just my aunt to me. So,
Okay.
but yeah, so
So now, as you travel through your musical journey, and
Yes.
you have so many things that you do, Okay. Do you have a manager?
I do not right now. I'm actually managing myself.
You're managing yourself.
Yes.
Isn't that hard?
It's hard sometimes. It can be hard, but I've actually interviewed different people along the way, and we didn't see eye to eye certain things. So, and until I find somebody that actually see eye to eye with me, I manage myself.
And that's funny you said that, because years and years ago, an artist, we really didn't interview the manager.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
An artist was so happy if a manager went to manage them. See,
Mhm.
we didn't know that we were so happy. We just, okay, somebody want to manage us. And we just signed
Mhm.
and hooked ourselves up
Mhm.
in some kind of contract for 2, 3, 4 years,
Mhm.
right? But now things have changed so much in the music industry
Mhm.
that now the artist has a choice to say, let me see if I want you, the way, you want me. Let's see what you can offer me,
Mhm. Yeah.
So that's excellent.
It's hard sometimes, what I mean? Looking for gigs. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard looking for gigs, but I keep pressing on because, I love what I do, and the passion for the music is what I love to do. So that's what.
Now,
it is.
I see Lisa Shavu is on here, and
Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
And one thing that Lisa does, she manages, she does everything herself.
Okay.
She's a go-getter.
Wow.
And she does everything herself. She books her gigs. I don't even know how she has time to do anything, because
Mhm.
she's like going like this all day. But hi, Lisa, how are you? And want to take a minute and say hi to our Facebook family?
How you doing, Facebook?
Okay, let's mention their names. Can you get their names? Now, on my page, I have Lisa,
Hold on a second.
and I have Carla. Hi, Carla.
Hold on
How
a
you
second,
doing,
man.
Carla? And I have Shirley Lights. And hi, Jess. How are you, Jess?
Hi, Shirley.
Okay. I have my cousin Laura on here.
I have Trina Bagley. How you doing, Trina? What's good? I love you. Hello.
Okay.
Anissa Marine.
Mhm.
Mike Fortune. What's up, cuz? What's up, Mike? Kenny MJ, Lavender joined. Julian Williams, Cheryl Hawkins. Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
We want to welcome you to the Indie Show. And the show is produced by Gilbert Lomax on Philly Live Radio.
Gilbert! Gilbert!
We want to welcome all of you. And our mission is to provide a platform to showcase an artist's musical journey from the beginning of their career
Yes.
until where they are now. And
Yes.
what we're doing now is we're providing that platform, and we're also offering some other things that's going to be at the first of the year to help motivate and move our artists along.
Thank you.
We want to thank all Lisa and Shirley. I want to thank you guys for keeping our music alive. I see you on there, and I want to thank you. And you two ladies are gigging all the time. Lisa's always gigging, and I know Shirley is always gigging.
Mhm.
And they're out there promoting our music.
Yes.
So thank you very much. Okay, now Chris, let's keep on going with
All right.
your goals for your musical journey. Where do you see yourself in a couple years? Let's talk about that.
She said Mr. Nelson looks so young.
Thank you. I appreciate
He's
that.
handsome.
I'll try. I'll try. To answer your question, I see myself next year, by the grace of the Most High Universe, the angels and ancestors guiding my footsteps. I see myself on bigger platforms like the BT. Actually, it's funny. I'm actually in the movie Creed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The first Creed. I'm an extra in Creed.
Mhm.
And just yesterday, my image was on, on TV yesterday. They showed Creed, the first Creed on BT yesterday. So,
Now, how did that happen? Go into tell me how all that happened.
well, a friend of mine, and also a couple of friends of mine, gave me an information about Harry Casting was casting extras. They were looking for extras for the first film, Creed, the first Creed, with Michael B. Jordan, Tisa Thompson, and Sylvester Stallone.
Mhm.
And so I didn't know where they was at first casting until a friend of mine, a mentor of mine, Mr. Elise, she sent me the information through Facebook. So I went she inboxed me on Facebook.
Okay.
So I checked it out, found out exactly where where the audition was. So I went to the audition, and I didn't have my hair cut, all this stuff. I was like, first time going to audition for a film. So I had my glasses on, my hat on, make sure I didn't want them to see, my bald head. And, well, I have a bald head now, but I didn't want them to see, my rough face looking. But actually, that's what it, learning the movie part and the movie business. That's what they look for. So it doesn't matter what you look like. So I had to learn that coming on. So they asked me to take off my glasses, take off my hat, and took a picture right then and there, all rough and stuff, looking all rough. So I got the part. They called me one day. I was in the interview, and I was interviewing a secretary at the time, for the business and help me out getting things in order. And they called me on the spot and said, "We want you to come down here to be at Broad and Erie." So my scene in Creed, the first Creed, you will see when they go into Max's, when he goes out on the first date, she takes him to Max's and on Broad Street, North Broad Street in Erie. They first go in and order the cheesesteak, and I come in right after me and my date. So you'll see me with my hat on, no glasses on. You'll see me, coming in, just a couple of seconds, 15 seconds here and there. So, but
now, is that something that did you like that?
Oh, it was awesome. I got there to the set at 5:00 in the afternoon, right? Stayed there all day until 7:00 in the morning. It was a long 17-hour shoot. So they was filming a long time. So, and it was just by happenstance, just by that moment. So
is that something that you may pursue?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm actually pursued the second movie, Creed, so as an extra. I also did small films like Mazurkas in Philly. I also did web series and other. I did plays, a couple plays. I did 2 plays this year with Rick Watson. One's called The Bar. The other one was called What's Wrong with My Family. My first play I did was like a couple years ago in 2014 when I actually got to was pursuing acting. The acting came to me from a play. So yeah, it was a lot of something I didn't know I have as an actor. So it's been a blessing.
I guess when you're on stage performing, you're kind of acting.
You are acting.
You're acting. Hear that, Lisa and Shirley?
You're acting.
Because
so it's been a amazing journey. 2 films actually a lot of films on my belt now, and of course before that I did my own music video called Our Time, and I also did a video being a supporting part with Yellow Songbird's video called Out of the Earth. So it's just a lot of different blessings that's happening since I can remember.
And they're going to continue happening.
Yep.
God is going to bless you.
Absolutely.
And make sure that musical journey goes for a long, long time.
That's what it is.
Okay?
Yep.
As long as we believe it will happen.
So to initially answer your question, I've already been on BET twice.
Yeah, okay.
But not actually as an artist. Just as an extra. And I also like to encourage everybody, it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish it and how you go beyond.
Okay.
I'm saying so going beyond, creating other things I've been doing. I plan on being on BET as Chris Nelson, performing with my videos, performing on other stages, down south somewhere, overseas, you name it, touring the whole world with my music, and also with other artists like like I said, Yellow Songbird, Ron Ali, other people, and well-known artists that I love. I would love to open up for, like Stevie Wonder, to Patrice Rushen, to so many different artists, from back in the day to now, that I would love to perform with and for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, who was some of your influences growing up, going into this music thing?
Oh,
I
wow.
know it was Phyllis. I
Yeah.
know it was Phyllis, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Besides my family, it was Michael Jackson, my first favorite artist.
Okay.
MC Hammer got me to dancing,
Hammer.
when I got,
MC
start,
Breeze.
yeah. So MC Hammer
Uh,
was my first person that got me to, dancing and studying him. And then
Mhm.
Michael Jackson, studying Michael Jackson's moves and singing.
okay.
Mariah Carey at the time when she was like really like
Mm,
busting out. So
yeah.
then Boys and Ben, then my cousin Mark, and then there's Prince later on in life. Prince, Stevie Wonder, later on in life. So, but yeah, coming up through the ranks was Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, the whole Motown family, my cousins, my family, and and the list goes on and on,
This goes
on
on.
and on. Yep.
Okay.
The Roots, Jill
Yeah.
Scott,
Yeah. Just,
Lucy Child, Outkast. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's a big list
mhm.
from the musical side, the acting side, to political side, to activist side. So there's a lot of different influences in my life.
Well, how do you, like, your career, who do you kind of think that you're like? Or are you unique and not like any of them?
You will see elements of different artists that I love, but I've grown to be myself more.
Okay.
And, I pay tribute to all different artists who came before me, like Michael Jackson, like Stevie Wonder, like Prince, like so many other artists that came before me who are still living or have passed on. So
Okay.
you'll see elements of that, but you're going to see,
You'll see
Chris Nelson, because of years of training and years of developing my own gifts and talents, developing my own type of sound. So that's what you're going to see.
Okay. Well, let's go back and say hi to these. I wanted to say one thing about Shirley Lights. Shirley Lights is at Top Shelf, her and Carlos Rayleigh, every Wednesday night from, is it 8 to 11 or 8 to 12 or something like that. And it's really a fun, it's really fun there. And they're promoting artists, new artists, and they have karaoke, or they let them come up and sing.
Okay.
We had, they had Johnny Coombs there, and
Okay.
and they had, who else was there? Kenny Jackson and Freddie Harris and Van Fields. So they have people coming in every Wednesday night.
Gil
to
was there too.
perform. Oh, Gil Saunders.
Right.
Yeah, and Gil Saunders will be with me next week, so I don't want to forget him. He will be here on Thursday to go through his musical journey.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's Wednesday night at the Top Shelf. And then Lisa is performing. She sent me everything. I don't have it in front of me, but she's performing in Atlantic City
Okay.
this next weekend.
Okay.
Right next weekend. It's my
Great.
birthday weekend, and she's
Cool.
performing on the 24th and the 25th in Atlantic City. So
That's
Lisa,
cool.
if you can key that stuff in, I can let
Cool.
everybody know that while we're on the show tonight. Okay? And I want to say thank you to Jessica, and she has a goal where she's an artist, and she has her photos and her paintings. She has a goal for herself, and she said that she would be ready to have everything ready for purchase by March 19th. So congratulations.
Congrats.
And then Carla, I love you. I love you and your sister Kuka. I listened to the video you sent me, and it was really great. Okay, do we have any new people over here we want to say anything to?
Same old people.
Same old people, nobody?
Basel Malik
Okay.
joined. Peretta Jackson.
Uh-huh.
First time on Facebook Live, everybody. So
Okay.
first time for me.
Okay, now we have 10 tickets here. I don't know
Alright.
if you can see these tickets. And these tickets are they're a fundraiser for the annual Creek Scholarship Cabaret that's going to be held January 12th, 2019 at Treasures, I do believe.
Great.
So I have 10 free tickets for you. And the first 10 people who shares Chris Nelson's video, I will send you the ticket. Now I've been going to
Please
this
share it.
affair. I've been going to this affair for the past 10 years, I guess. and it's just a fun affair.
Sounds fun.
And Gilbert is the DJ there, and
One
the
of 'em.
music,
One
one of
of
the DJs, and the music is bumping, and you will enjoy yourself. It's food, it's everything. So come on and share this video with me, and then the first 10 people will receive free tickets for this.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's continue.
I got a question
Okay.
for you.
Yes.
I'm looking and digging on that T-shirt both of y'all are wearing.
Oh,
Of
yeah,
course,
like
I didn't
how
get
the hell
one,
you
but
like the
you know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Limited edition.
I love the t-shirt.
Limited
yeah.
edition.
Our Time. What's the story behind that?
Well, Our Time was named after my song Our Time,
Okay.
but I spelled it differently though.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically the dots between the young moving earth. That's what it means. Our time, the young
Okay.
moving earth.
The Young Moving Earth.
Hmm.
All right.
It's time for all of us who are young or young heart at heart. Everybody who feels young at heart, like myself. Well, I'm 37, so I'm still young.
Yeah, he's still young.
But
Really young.
that's what it's about being timeless. And so, Our Time Entertainment, the young moving earth. The people
Okay.
who are after me, who are younger than me, come up along the ranks with the company and moving the earth, moving the company along, moving the earth, helping out with people, and just changing people's lives.
Mhm.
That's what I'm about. Change people's lives
Mhm.
along the way. We're not perfect people, obviously, but it's about changing people's lives, doing
Okay.
things the right way,
Okay.
or in principles, setting different principles that will help the artists and help the people and help everybody out.
Mhm.
So that's what it's about.
Okay. And this is
Great
that,
music, too.
and this is and entertainment. Our time entertainment is where eventually you're gonna sign people up.
Eventually,
That's
yes.
what you're gonna do. That's the
Years
goal.
later, that's the goal.
Mhm.
And just make them business partners. You know what I mean? We all become business partners, and we just help each other out and just continue to grow. Build them
Okay.
up.
Well, tell me, do you have an email where people can reach you? Can you give an email?
We have a website too as well.
Okay, let's do both.
It's called Our Time Entertainment. HOURTYME Entertainment.com. OurTimeEntertainment.com. You can log on. You can check out if you want to buy a T-shirt. I can you can order from the e-commerce store there. If you want to hit me up, email. You can email me at CNEL250. I'm sorry, CNELS250 @gmail.com. That's CNELS250 @gmail.com. You can also email me at musicpoetic MUSIQPOETIC @yahoo.com. So you can connect me with there as well.
Do you have any like photos of yourself?
I got tons of photos. We're
Okay,
gonna
so
start.
So can you give me a couple photos so I can send them out
Absolutely,
to
yes.
your friends and fans? Because
Absolutely.
they would love that. Put them in a frame and
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
so
I have posters. I can send you a poster next
Yeah.
time you come here. Yes.
okay. All right,
Yep.
so we'll get together and we'll do that.
Absolutely.
Okay. So tell me now, we went through almost all your music career. What advice do you have for the younger generation who's trying to get into music?
Study your craft.
Everybody says that.
Study your craft.
You
Yes.
know, they
Well, it's very important.
Uh-huh.
In my opinion, and this is my opinion, nowadays young musicians, artists, they don't understand to take their time. They want to get out there fast and do it like that because the internet, makes almost make anybody famous and just the third, which is fine. But I come from an old school. I'm an 80s baby, so I had to learn the hard way. Study your craft. Listen to sound advice. To people who came before you. It's good to have an opinion about something, about what you feel, because you're an artist. So don't ever lose your opinion or your sense of self. But study your craft. Study the people that came before you, and respect the people that came before you.
Yeah, respect.
And there's a lack of respect within this music business and also within the world. So we gotta. I think we got to teach that as well. Respecting your have integrity for yourself, have integrity for your family, have integrity. You know, when you walk out the street, have integrity when you perform on stage. You know what I'm saying? Still be an artist, still do what you do, but learn your craft. You know what I mean? Don't be lazy. You know, and I'm telling myself that too. Don't be lazy with your craft. Study the craft. Study everybody.
Well, you know, Chris.
Study the business as well. Study the business.
The business.
Study
And
the
that's
business
why
side of
Chris
things.
has his classes going on.
Yep.
You know, so he can help direct you and teach you in the path that you should go.
Yep.
With the publishing and with the copywriting
Yep.
and you know.
Take your time. You know,
Yeah.
don't be in such a rush don't be in a rush to get out there. You know, it's opportunity right there. Don't let time consume you. You control how you want your company to be or how you want your artistry to be, and don't just take your time. You know what I mean? Take your time.
Now, you know, one thing about the indie show that we try to always drill upon is that the artists that you see on the indie show, they have a lot of experience.
Absolutely.
Okay? They're old school, but they've been through a lot, and they have this experience where they can help you.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get into the music world, you need to listen.
Yes.
You know, and you have a vehicle here on this show by the art. When the artist comes on, they give their email, and Chris is going to give his website and all that.
Yeah.
And if you need help, these are the people that can help you. Don't think that they're old-fashioned and they can't help, because they can help and they can direct you in the right direction. So please use the indie show to make contacts. Okay? Now, how about your website?
Again, you can log on to Our Time Entertainment, HOURTYME entertainment.com. And you can check out everything on there. So from the music, you'll see the videos, you'll see a place where you can go and apply for a t-shirt. You can also just log on to ourtimeentertainment.com. Facebook Live is like,
Okay. All right. What you doing there?
well,
Okay.
it's still right now.
Okay. All right. So that is where you can go and you can order a t-shirt.
Yeah, or the t-shirt.
T-shirt.
You go to CDs and DVDs.
Mhm.
Well, I still sell them. Even though DVDs and CDs are going obsolete, I still have my CDs and DVDs to sell.
Do you sell them at your shows?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. But I'm going to transfer into the new age of, selling music and stuff like that to the pen, because disc makers said on Facebook and also Best Buy said they're going to stop selling CDs and DVDs.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, you know,
Transition.
like a lot of artists now, they're selling their CDs at their performances. Okay, this is one way of selling them because they're not selling online and you can't download them.
Yeah.
So there's actually physically selling them.
Yeah. Well, I'm also selling my music online too.
Right.
You can go to iTunes, to Spotify, to Amazon. The top two I have on e-commerce stores besides my own is iTunes and Spotify. So you can go on Spotify and download Our Time or When You Smile. You can also download Our Time When You Smile on iTunes.
What's the name of it?
Excuse me?
On the one that you sell on Spotify.
Our Time and When You Smile.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to say to our Facebook fans and audience tonight? This is your time. Let's talk to them. Anything else you want to say?
First of all, thank you for allowing me to be on the show.
Thank you for coming.
I feel honored and
I'm honored
happy
too.
right now.
I'm honored too. Yes.
And just support good music. I work hard to be where I'm at. I'm still going to the place where I want to be. I'm a young artist who has a vision, has a dream, and have a young business. I've been in business for myself for 6 years.
Good.
And last year I had a launch party for the company. And so this year, support the artist, support me. Obviously I'm an artist. support young businesses like myself, and it's kind of time to give back. You know what I mean? Because it's hard for us to keep this going, and sometimes it can be a struggle sometimes, but I love what I do, and I'm not stopping no time soon. Hopefully I'm looking for the album to be out, like I said, in 2019 in December. So check me out, and like I said, log on to OurTimeEntertainment.com. You check you check the website, you check the bios, you'll check the resumes. You'll see the whole shebang. You want to buy a T-shirt. T-shirt is about $15 in person, $25 for shipping and handling. If I have to mail it to you guys, it's $25 for shipping and handling, and it's yours. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
Now, how about any upcoming performances?
I just had a great year of performing all year long. So
Okay.
this is actually my last just interview
For this year?
for this year.
Good.
I'm not performing, but my last gig.
Mhm.
Yeah. Of course, I'm in church, playing different churches. I'm saying on Sundays, but I'm looking forward to next year.
Which church?
Big things. Huh?
Which church?
Different churches. One's in Philly, others
He
in
plays at Morton,
Okay.
where I am. Too.
others in media,
He plays all over.
all over. So yeah, bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a Songbird. We're performing in West Philly, somewhere in West Philly. I'll announce that on Facebook. You'll
Yeah.
see.
Let us know. Keep
Yeah.
us informed.
But it's Chris Nelson. This is it for me right now.
We like to keep the public informed of
Absolutely.
any performances, and I'll put you in a group, and we all keep in contact.
Absolutely.
That would be good.
Just look for the next year. Hopefully the single will be out by next year, and I will definitely let you guys know when the first new single is going to come out, and we're going to just go from there. So a lot of different planning, different strategies for the company, different things that we're trying to do. We're working to do to make things happen. So
Yeah, and you'll make it happen.
Yep.
Okay then. Now, I want to say next week on the Indie Show, we're bringing to you Gil Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Gil Sanders.
And he will be here at 7 o'clock, and he's going to go through his musical journey with you. And then that would be our last, like Chris said, he's kind of slowing down for the end of the year.
You ready for the
Indie
holidays?
Show, yeah, for the holiday.
Spend time with
The
family,
month
friends.
of December, we're going to do we're going to do videos. We're going to do
Okay.
videos for the whole month of December.
Well, I'll send you my video our
Send
time.
me your video.
Yep. I will.
Because come January 1st, we hit it and we hit
Absolutely.
real hit it,
Yep.
right? And we're going to go with our first guest, I believe, is Breakwater.
Okay.
The first Thursday
Mm-hmm.
of 2019. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you stay tuned, but you join us and listen to the videos that's going to come out
Mm-hmm.
in December. And you guys who've been on the Indie Show, if you have anything for us to announce, or you want us to play your video during the Indie Show in December, just contact me. And you can contact me at simplymusic1@verizon.net is my email, or you can go on my website, which is simplymusicstudio.com. I believe that's it. You can also contact me through Philly Live Radio, and that email is lomaxg2
At Verizon.net.
at verizon.net. So it's a lot of ways you can contact me. We want to play your videos. We want to announce where you're going to be. We want to help you to travel through this musical journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank
Also,
you. Go ahead.
If you want to book me to do a show, I
Yeah.
do bar mitzvahs, I do weddings, funerals, I do special occasions. So
Good.
you can look me up on OurTimeEntertainment.com, or you can call me at 215-531-3208, and we can go from there. I bring my keyboard, set up, shop, bring my bands along, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so book me for shows. I'm there.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much, Facebook fans and friends. And don't forget, I have 10 free tickets to a fabulous cabaret come January 12th. I need the first 10 people to share this video for me. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Peace.
Well, all right.
Listen to the artists of today. Travel with them along their way through the Doris Hall James Indie Show.